It sounds so fun. Oh man, that's so fun. Yeah. Oh my god. We're gonna have a good time.
I came into contact with somebody from one of the big four, ended up becoming kind of a mentor to me. He's now a member of our club.
Man, when I first saw my first Hell's Angel standing there, I was like, that's what I want to be, man.
If you're running a three-piece, just like it is truly an outlaw standard. Doesn't make you a one percenter, but it makes you an outlaw.
This is what I believe in, and it was awesome to see that my brothers believed in me.
It's the wolf leading the sheep, man. The sheep need to open their eyes because they're about to walk off the cliff where a whole other pack of wolves are at the bottom.
If you were getting your lunch money taken before you put them rags on, if they catch you by yourself, they're going to take your lunch money again.
I try to be around the guys and hang out with them as much as possible and get to know them, because that's really what it's about.
The Hells Angels are being arraigned.
One man was stabbed in the chest, another was knocked out, who faced criminal charges, including charges of hate crimes as well as gang allegations. One defendant faces an attempted murder charge, so this certainly appears to be a widespread investigation.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about this influencer that passed away in a crash because she didn't have her glasses on. Pretty crazy story. We got other breaking news that you guys might not have heard about down in Florida. We are going to talk about Norway, their recent ban on motorcycle clubs. There's a bunch of things to talk about today. We're going to dive into it. And tomorrow and later in the week, we're going to talk about the feud with Harley Gwindon and all these other people. And then we're going to talk about the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood. They're doubling down on everything. They are really starting to cross the line with things. Like, where will it end with the Twin Outlaw Brotherhood? I mean, these guys just don't get it. And then when you try to talk to them and say something, they don't even have like a response. It's pretty odd. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. Ken, what's going on? So loud. How are you? Good afternoon. Much respect. Shout out to North Carolina. Whiskey, how you doing? I'm still getting over this cold, but I'm pushing through it. I appreciate all you guys. I'm upgrading the studio, so I got a lot of work to do, but I'm up for the task. I'll be having some new cameras and things like that, so things are going to be looking a lot better. Will, how are you? Jay, what's good? Postal Philly, what's going on? So we had some pretty sad news today. I had a friend pass away. C. White passed away. C. White is a rapper, was a rapper. It's crazy. I can't believe I wake up to this news. Like, he's been on the show before. And if you guys don't know, I've had 8 former guests pass away so far this year. 8 of them. But C. White, damn. I'm like, damn. Just keeps happening. Like, I don't know what's going on. This year has been overwhelming with the amount of people who've passed away. So this is C. White. It's very sad that he passed away. I believe he was from Kentucky. He was an artist. He did music. You know, everyone's saying rest in peace, Chris. I can't believe this happened, bro. Sending prayers out to his family. He had a little daughter, and just sad, man. It really is sad. And I mean, he was just posting like 5 days ago. I mean, look, these are his 2 little daughters. It's terrible. It's terrible when It really is. It's terrible when someone young like this loses their life. I'm sending prayers out to his father, his family, everybody affected by his loss. Good afternoon, Paula. How you doing? Nah, I'm not feeling better yet. I'm getting there though. I'll be all right. Today we're talking about this influencer. She was pretty big on the internet. She would ride her sports bike. I believe she was from Colombia. That's her without glasses, but she wore glasses, right? You can see right here, she's got glasses on. She's got glasses on in this picture. So the crazy thing about this story is she put a post right before she went for a ride and said, I hope I don't crash because I don't have my glasses on. Like, what? Listen, if you wear glasses, you should probably wear them when you're riding a motorcycle. She ended up crashing into the back of another vehicle. We're going to get into the details about the crash, but like, damn. So, biker girl, popular motorcycle influencer, dies in a crash. Bike girl, social media influencer who gained thousands of followers, who kept up with her exploits online, has died in a horrific crash. According to still developing reports, biker girl took to the road last week but collided with another vehicle and lost control of her bike. It was reported in Daily Mail. Biker girl, whose real name is Karen Sophia Ramirez, shared with her fans that she should be without her glasses, set off to another film clip. She shared with her fans that she would be without her glasses as she set off to film another clip. And that's when she lost control. Although we couldn't locate the post in reference, she reportedly wrote, I hope I don't crash because I'm driving without my glasses, before setting out on the road. Ramirez was riding in town in Florida Blanca on November 26th. It's north of Bogota, and attempted to pass between two vehicles. In doing so, Ramirez lost control of the motorcycle and was hit by another oncoming vehicle. So basically, she was run over. Paramedics attempted to revive her at the scene of the crash, but Ramirez would pass away from her injuries. And she had a massive following, I believe, online. And she would, dress provocatively and ride the street bike. I mean, I think there's a bunch of women out there that do this type of thing, right? But it's pretty crazy. Like, she should have wore her damn glasses. If you don't got glasses, you probably shouldn't be riding a fucking bike, right? Damn. Larry, how you doing, Larry? Black Legionnaire, what's going on? Larry Cole's in the building. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Make sure you check out Patreon or join the members. You'll get the whole Harley interview is on the members only right now. I'll be dropping it tomorrow. So if you want to see it, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. It goes a long way. I put every donation right back into the show. I'm always out there trying to make our community a better place. I go donate time to the local, I don't know what you would call it, homeless outreach place, Brian's Angels. And I try to help, you know. I used to be a part of the problem. Now I want to be part of the solution. But damn, if you The Edge, how you doing? If you wear glasses, you probably should be wearing them if you ride a motorcycle. Like, remember I was interviewing Haney. He passed away too. And he was saying how he was riding a bike, but he was blind. I'm like, you can't ride a bike when you're blind. How do you ride a bike when you're blind? I said, maybe you could get a sidecar where someone rides you around, but damn, you can't ride a bike when you're blind. I mean, that's basically impossible, right? For that woman to be trying to pass cars while she doesn't have her glasses on, she got too cocky, you know? Some people do that. Diggity, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. You got to be very careful on a bike because, I mean, it's very dangerous. People don't understand how dangerous it is. So in other news, this is pretty major, right? This is out of Norway. Norway has bans motorcycle clubs. It banned motorcycle clubs to stop gang violence. A widely feared organization originated in the Netherlands and has chapters in multiple countries, reports Euronews. Norway's highest court on Wednesday called the Norwegian arm of Dutch motorcycle club Sutadara a criminal association and banned the group, saying it was necessary to prevent serious crime. The Superior Court said participants in the club, known for the history of violent crime, extortion, illegal drug trade, arms trafficking allegations, and repeatedly committed serious offenses against someone's life, health, and freedom, and that their actions were a part to cause fear in the population. The court added, although Sutadara describes itself as a motorcycle club, it's open to ethnic minorities. Participants didn't need to have a motorcycle or a license to join. That's pretty odd. A motorcycle club where you don't need a motorcycle. Nor does the club aim to promote multi-ethnic interests, it wrote. The Supreme Court also noted that the gang describes itself as a so-called 1% club, term normally used for motorcycle clubs that live on the fringes of society's laws and rules. According to the Norwegian broadcaster, Sutadara set foot in Norway in 2014 last year. Last year, police asked courts to ban Sutadara because of its alleged criminal activities, in which they said include drug offenses and violent clashes with other gangs. The club originated in the Netherlands, and where it was started mostly by immigrants. And its name means one blood in Indonesia Malay. The Dutch authorities eventually banned it, as it did in Germany in 2015. In neighboring Denmark, the local chapter dissolved itself in May of 2023 and became Comanchero's MC in Sweden. The chapter was disbanded after all of its members were arrested on drug-related offenses and gun possession. So that's another thing. Like, when they ban these clubs, right? The authorities, they put in there that they can't just start another club. I think it's a terrible thing for them to try to ban the clubs. Terrible thing. It's not a good thing, because then, like, it's just not. It's a terrible thing. You should let people be a part of a motorcycle club. They want to ride together. Let them do it. People get in trouble and do things outside of the law. That's on them, right? Everybody that's in a club is not a criminal. That's where people get it wrong. A lot of people think, oh, they're part of a motorcycle club. That means they're criminals. That's not the case. And if you guys don't know, there's another law that's up right now in Florida to make all motorcycle clubs in Florida criminal enterprises. And it's actually Florida's HB 429. And what it says, it's becoming in Florida 2025 legislative session, House Bill 429 sailed through both chambers and was signed into law of May under the title concerning motor vehicle dealers and franchise vehicle manufacturers. Official motorcycle clubs and motorcycle gang members, proposal to designate them as criminal gangs under HB 429. Instead, HB 429 revised parts of Florida Motor Vehicle Dealership Act. It stated the purpose to regulate licensing relationship between vehicle dealers and manufacturers, distributors. Specifically, the law modifies how dealers' performance measures forbids, contains punitive, blah, blah, blah. So basically what it is a law that's going to redistinguish these clubs as gangs and make all these clubs distinguish them as gang members. All these club members are going to be distinguished as gang members, regardless of their actual behavior or mission. Under that interpretation, even law-abiding clubs like Christian clubs, charitable organizations, veteran clubs, or otherwise should be swept into the anti-gang statute, losing its rights and face discrimination. So that's what Florida is dealing with right now. And what do you guys think about that? Do you think that if they do pass this law in Florida and they designate clubs, motorcycle clubs, as criminal organizations, they should do it for all of them? They should do it for motorcycle cop clubs and all that shit. I think if they do it for one of them, they should do it for all of them. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? So they're going to designate themselves a fucking gang, basically. Paula says, I guess it's a good thing I left Florida. Veteran clubs not even allowed in the Legion? What? That doesn't even make sense. People that fought for the country? And it's insane. Insane. I mean, the discrimination that these clubs face is crazy. And a lot of times, listen, I do a lot of stories that are out there on the media, right? And the media gets a lot of things wrong. And I admit it. Sometimes I get some things wrong. If I'm covering a story and I go about what the media is saying, a lot of it's bullshit, right? I love to get both sides of the story, and that's what I'm doing. So if I ever do a story and someone's out there and you hear the story and you're like, no, that's not how it went, I want both sides. So if you are a part of a story that I've done in the past, let me know, and I will give you an opportunity to tell your side of the story. I know that the media and the law, they like to criminalize these people. They like to make everyone think they're criminals, and they like to convict them before they even go to trial. It's insane. A lot of times they'll use clubs just to convict people. And it's not right to do that type of shit. So if you got a story and you feel like you're not being heard, just reach out to me and I will make sure I get your voice heard. I don't want people to think I'm only doing one side of the aisle. It's definitely not like that. I will give everyone a chance to talk. And if I have someone on the show and you have another story you want to tell, like, oh, no, it didn't go like this. Everyone has their own side of the story, right? So I want to give everyone an opportunity. So in other news, this kid, Fayette County teen arrested for riding motorcycle over 120 miles an hour up I-10 without a license plate. This is out of Texas, Fayette County, Texas. Deputies in Fayette County arrested an 18-year-old who say they rode his motorcycle over 120 miles an hour up I-10 on Saturday night around 8:30 p.m. Fayette County Sheriff's Department deputies on patrol. They saw a motorcycle rider with no license plate cut in front of another vehicle and speed away from the area. The sheriff's office says the motorcyclist was lane splitting past other drivers and reached speeds of over 120 miles an hour, making a vehicle pursuit unsafe. Deputies later located the motorcycle parked in the traveling center in Schallenberg. The sheriff's office identified the motorcyclist as 18-year-old Jason Burlinson from Spring. Burlinson was arrested for reckless driving, and the sheriff's office also impounded the motorcycle. Deputies later determined that he did not have a required endorsement on his driver's license, and he didn't have a plate on the bike. So he's in a world of shit. I mean, running from the cops, I believe you get like, what is it, a minimum of like 2 years in prison? Straight up. Like, they don't give you no leeway, nothing. If you run from the cops, you're going to prison. There is no, and this kid looks like he'll make someone's girlfriend really fast. I don't know if he'll stand up and fight, you know? I doubt it. But what do you guys think of these stories? What do you think of this influencer riding a motorcycle with no damn glasses? Like, it's crazy. Who does that? There's another story I want to tell you about. So a motorcycle rider was arrested after fleeing a crash. A motorbike rider was arrested after a crash in Pennington in the early morning hours this morning around 12 a.m. on Monday, December 1st. Western District Patrol saw a BMW motorcycle attempted to stop it on Grand Junction Road, and the rider sped away, and police did not pursue it. And listen, if you do that shit, the cops are gonna find you. Like, they're gonna. But I totally get it. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want to be pulled over. You don't want to deal with the fucking cops. No, I get it. But it makes it a lot worse if you do that. So you won't be going to jail for like DUI or whatever else you got on you, but you'll be going to jail for fleeing and eluding. And I believe that's like 1 to 2 years in prison. And they don't give you no leeway. You will go to prison for that. So they did not pursue the motorcycle. About 5 minutes later, police attended a crash involving a motorcycle and a Volkswagen sedan further up Grand Junction Road. How ironic. It will be alleged that the rider, 27-year-old man from Rosewater, ran from the scene. Members of the Dogs Operation Unit attended and tracked the man to Edward Street in Ottaway. He was arrested and charged with multiple traffic offenses, including failing to stop, reckless and dangerous driving, failed to remain at the scene of a crash, and riding an unlicensed, uninsured, and unregistered motor vehicle. He was granted bail and will appear before Port Eidsdale Magistrate Court on the 15th of January, 2026. So he's starting off the year pretty good, huh? Fucking sucks for him. Driving but listening, Tommy says. Shout out to Tommy, man. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. We have Sky's Law. Immediate jail for running from the cops. Yeah, that's what they do. You're going to prison. Dave says, late again. I'll have to watch back later. I'm really enjoying your content. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. I got a lot of great content on the way. If you guys ever heard of, speaking of getting both sides of the story, hey, Chicago Mob Trials, what's going on? Shout out to Chicago Mob Trials. Go check him out. He does some good content. I'm just getting over this cold, man. It's kicking my ass. Mile High Magic, how you doing? Facts over feelings. Yeah, you can't be endangering people, right? Never resist, never run, no matter what. Keep your mouth shut. But running never works, 100%. But I get it, man. If, like, back in the day, if I had drugs on me or something like that, I wouldn't want to stick around either. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no. Like, screw that shit. But speaking about getting both sides of the story out, right? Everybody knows about the Beast Motorcycle Club, Brothers East Motorcycle Club. The founder's in jail right now for alleged trafficking charge of people. And I interviewed the alleged victim, and she's got a whole different story to tell. She says that the feds tried to make her tell a different story. So she tells me the whole story on what really happened with Mikey Cup. So it sheds a lot of different light on the situation. So that one's going to be dropping this week. Stay tuned for that. We still got Mike Lynch, former Hells Angel president from out in California. Who the fuck was that? That was Mikey Cup. Mikey Cup is in prison right now for trafficking. He is the founder of the B East Motorcycle Club, or Brothers East, out of Texas. He's in prison right now for trafficking of humans. And the alleged victim did an interview with me, and she tells a different story. So you guys definitely want to check that out.
I'm Michaela Tomlinson. I am the alleged victim of the Mikey Cup situation. And I was explaining how it went because the way the Fed said it is not how it went. This is my interview on Chattin with Staxx.
You don't want to miss that one. It's pretty good. And we got a lot of great content on the way. I hope you guys like this stuff. Oh, definitely. I'll be good for Saturday. Don't worry. I'll be ready to get my award. I can't wait for that. It's going to be a good day. I just want to thank everybody, man. All the support and stuff you guys been showing me. I really appreciate it. We are doing big things this coming year, and things are going to be good. They're great right now, and they're only going to get better. Hope you guys had a great holiday. I'm going to go get some rest. Have a great the rest of your day. I still got a couple of interviews to do and things like that. I'm upgrading the studio, so I got a lot of work to do. Hope you guys have a good one. Stay tuned tonight. Mike Lynch, former president of the Hells Angels in Fresno, I believe it was. We're dropping another episode with him. If you want to see the episodes now, just join the membership and you'll be able to see them. They're up now. Hope you guys have a great day. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chat with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.